IPL 2025 has just started. I'm so excited. I mean, what a season it's been already, and we're only a few matches in. My name's Oliver Murphin. This is Cricket Daily, and here's a breakdown of every single IPL captain in 2025. Starting off with CSK's captain Gaikwad. He's a very cool, calm captain, very similar to MS Dhoni, which is funny because his biggest issue as captain is living up to the hype that MS Dhoni had. Having said that, Gaikwad, he's very tactically Gaikwad is very good. He's also got some experience at domestic cricket. So CSK's captain Gaikwad, fairly solid. The next captain I want to talk about is Axar Patel from the Delhi Capitals. Now this is kind of a shock because a lot of people thought that KL Rahul would be captain, but they've given it to Axar, who was vice captain. He was vice captain under Dave Warner and also vice captain under Pant, so kind of makes sense in that regard. Having said that, Axar Patel is not that experienced. He has some experience captaining Gujarat in domestic cricket. I might have pronounced that wrong, sorry. From what we've seen from Axar so far, he's a very aggressive cricketer. He's a very aggressive captain. He's also quite tactful when he bowls his spinners, when he deploys pace. He's good with the field settings, but he's also leaving a lot of field choices to the bowlers himself, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Third captain I'm going to talk about is Shubman Gill from the Titans. Now, Shubman Gill, he's got a lot of hype about him. If you go on the Titans media page, everything is about Shubman Gill. Our captain, Shubman Gill is captain. This was Shubman Gill. It's all about Shubman Gill. And I wonder if that media pressure is ever going to get to him. We'll see how he performs. He didn't have the best season in 2024. He didn't do bad, but he's definitely got a lot of potential in him. He needs to fight for his case to open for India as well. With Rohit's retirement, Jaiswal's really the only lock up the order. And Shubman really has a chance to push his case to open the batting for India. Now, a bit of a shock as the captain is Ajinkya Rahane from KKR. A lot of people didn't really know who was going to. Venkatesh Iyer was one option, but they decided to go with the experience of Rahane. A lot of people thought that Venkatesh Iyer might be captain, but they've actually gone with the experience of Rahane, which isn't such a bad thing. Rahane's move from CSK was kind of expected, but no one thought that he would be captain. Now, Venkatesh Iyer, what about him as a captain? Well, he's been named vice captain, so together they're going to make a great leadership team. And Rahane also has a lot to live up to. KKR, they're reigning champions. Shreyas Iyer, he's quite an experienced leader. Which takes us to number 5, Punjab Kings captain Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas, he's been quite successful last year, leading KKR. He's now going off to Punjab to hopefully get the same result. Punjab also have an Australian coach in Ricky Ponting, who's also moved from Delhi. That's very exciting for all Australians able to watch Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer, which will make an amazing leadership team over in Punjab. From Lucknow Super Giants, number 6, Rishabh Pant. It's very expected that Rishabh would be captain heading over to Lucknow from Delhi. Everyone thought that he would be named skipper, and of course he was. It's pretty obvious from social media as well that the fans were pretty excited about Rishabh Pant being their captain, being their keeper, but so far it hasn't been a good start for him. He made a duck in his very first game, but that's just the nature of Rishabh's game, so we'll see how he goes. The next captain I'm going to talk about is Hardik Pandya from Mumbai Indians. Of course, there was a lot of controversy about Hardik's captaincy last year, taken away from Rohit Sharma, and the first game of this season, Hardik didn't even play. Surya Kumar Yadav was named captain, kind of expected as well. I mean, they needed a captain, and he's India's leader. Some thought they might go with Rohit, but I think Surya was a good call. Could have been a bit of controversy going back to Rohit, especially if Rohit landed a win. Hardik, great captain. I think he's got a lot of experience and he's definitely growing his experience. He won a title for the Titans in IPL 2023, which was 2 years ago, so hopefully he can pull it off for MI fans. They would love to see that, and it would be a great comeback story for him going back to his original franchise. The next captain I'm going to talk about is Sanju Samson from Rajasthan Royals. He's got a lot of captaincy experience about him, and he's one of those players that's kind of in and out of the Indian team. So it'll be interesting to see if Sanju has a really good season. Can he make his way back into that Indian team? Let me know in the comments because I'm actually interested as an Australian fan to see what you guys think about Sanju. In terms of IPL, I think he's got a lot of potential as a captain to really bring another title home for Rajasthan. Let's see if he can do it this year. Now, for those of you that have been following my podcast on Spotify, you know that I'm a huge RCB fan. I started following RCB back in 2018, 7 years ago, when I first started watching the IPL. This year, they've got a younger captain, a new captain in Patidar. What do I think about this? Well, I think it's a right call. It either had to be him or Kohli, or they could have potentially gone with Bhuvi, but I think embracing youth, going with Patidar is the right decision. I'm not too sure about Kohli's decision on this, whether he was offered the captaincy or not, but we know that it was definitely 100% his decision to stand down before they gave it to Faf du Plessis, so maybe he just didn't want it again. Going with Patidar is going to give a lot of hope to RCB fans. It's a new start, it's a new beginning, and hey, we won our first game, so that's super exciting. Second on the ladder at the moment, so go RCB. The next captain is Pat Cummins from Australia, the big Australian captain himself. Pat Cummins leading Sunrisers, runners-up last year, so a lot of SRH fans are going to be wondering if he can pull it off once more. Do I think they can? I hope not, because I want RCB to win. But will they? Let's see. Cummins has a lot of faith about him in amongst the squad. We look at some of the players around that group. Ishan Kishan again around the group. He spoke about how he couldn't have achieved that 100 without the support of management and in particular Pat Cummins. It shows that the support, not just from the international players, but also from those local Indian players, they're really backing Pat Cummins and they're enjoying the leadership that he's bringing to the group. So well done, Pat Cummins. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Let me know all your thoughts about your captains. Which IPL captain do you think is the best? Which IPL captain do you think should definitely not be a captain? And which IPL team do you think is going to win the season this year? If you love India and you love the IPL, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be covering a whole bunch more of IPL content. So subscribe, leave a like, share this with all of your favourite friends. Go RCB.